What's up, guys? It's the Carp here, back with another video. And yes, Barcelona would not get relegated without Messi, but they would get pretty close. Got some stats for you guys today. Just some interesting little stats with some goal scoring and stuff like that. But let's get right into it. So, I have looked basically at what each team would look like if you took out some of their key players. And yeah, Messi, without them, Barcelona would only be 11th, but still, that's way, way lower than you would expect a team like Barcelona. But let's get more into these. So, I'm going to switch hands here so I can actually hold this right. Alright, so we've got the player, goals plus assists / games played. So Messi has played 46 goals plus assists in 35 games, and that is just Champions League and league goal contributions. No cups, no Super Cup, no Copa del Rey, anything like that. This is the goal contribution percentage. So that is, if you take Messi's goals and assists, divide them by Barcelona's total goals. Now, the reason I'm counting the assists in that is because, if he didn't assist the goal, it still wouldn't have happened. He's contributed to 52.3% of Barcelona's goals this season, which is insane. Then points earned is how many points he has specifically earned his team. So if Messi scores a goal and Barcelona win 2-1, Messi's earned them 2 points, because without him, theoretically, they would have drawn. Now, obviously, with all of these, if you take a player out, there's no guarantee. Like, some other players would score the goals that the player, like you take Messi out, Barcelona's not literally going to get 29 points less. Whoever takes Messi's place is going to earn Barcelona some more points, just not as much as Messi would have. And then we have the league position without that player. So if you took Messi out of Barcelona, they would finish in 11th place, mid-table. Just insane. So that's kind of what prompted me to do this video, is just looking at Messi, because I kind of wanted to see just how much he carries them, and it really is just obscene. Barcelona without Messi, it is the most reliant I've ever seen a team be on one player, a top team that is. Obviously, someone like Danny Ings, I didn't even look into him on this, but I'm sure that his team would very much struggle without him. But I do have a few Premier League players on this list, a few from Serie A, Bundesliga, etc. So let's just get into him. So I went through Messi's there, but he is of all these players, which most of the, you look at the players on this list, this is a large majority of sort of the top goal scorers and assisters in the world. And Messi is only second to Immobile when it comes to the percentage of goals that he's contributed to his team. And 56.1% is just ridiculous from Immobile. Honestly, if Lazio were playing in the Champions League and he carried them into the latter stages of that competition, I'd say he would be in contention for the Ballon d'Or. That said, Messi deserves the Ballon d'Or. We'll get into it later. Not Lewandowski, but 29 points earned, far more than any other player on this list. If you look on the far other end, the least amount, the least important, theoretically, player for their team is actually Mbappe. Only 6 points has he earned PSG this season, which is just insane. Look at Ronaldo there. He's contributed about 42.7% of a team's goal, which, if you look through these, most of the teams that kind of rely on one player in particular, it's about 40%. So Ronaldo 42.7, Werner 44.2, Lewandowski 40.2, Vardy 39.7. But then if you look at teams like Man City or like PSG, like Liverpool, that kind of spread their goals around a little bit more, who kind of dominate. The percentage is less for Neymar and Mbappe, the percentage is less for Salah a little bit, and then way less for Mane. But another interesting stat here. So Mane, if you take him out of Liverpool's team, they actually finish second place. Well, would be in second place on joint points with Manchester City, because he's earned them 23 points, despite scoring and assisting 26 goals in 38 games. Salah here, 1 game less played, 5 more goals. He's got 31 and 37. But he's only contributed to 14 points for Liverpool this season. So you could actually take Salah out of Liverpool's team, and they would still win the league. That really just shows you how dominant Liverpool have been. The only other team that's like that is PSG, in which if you took either Neymar or Mbappe out of PSG, they would still be in first place. I didn't actually look at it, but I believe if you took Neymar and Mbappe out, they would actually still finish in in second place currently. So realistically, if PSG sold Neymar and Mbappe next summer, they're still probably winning the league. Well, this summer, I guess. Um, anyway, some other interesting stats here. Vardy, as you would kind of expect, he's the closest thing to Messi when it comes to how reliant a team is on one player. Werner a close second. Leicester would actually finish in 10th place without Vardy, would be in 10th place, and Werner's team, Red Bull Leipzig, would be in 9th place without him. And they are really going to struggle as he is joining Chelsea. I believe at the end of the season, I don't know when exactly the transfer is happening, but this will be his last season with Leipzig. He's only got a few more games left to play for them, and I don't think he's actually playing in the Champions League. But then, if we look here, so the next sort of big thing to take away from this, so Lewandowski is, a lot of people are talking about how he should win the Ballon d'Or this season. If you ask me, he shouldn't, unless he wins the Champions League with Bayern Munich, because, so basically, if Barcelona were to win the Champions League, Messi should win it, the Ballon d'Or. If Bayern Munich were to win the Champions League, then Lewandowski should win it, because, so the Ballon d'Or is not based off of trophies, it's a personal award. The trophies shouldn't be that much taken into account, but when it matters is when Lewandowski has essentially carried Bayern Munich to the Champions League. The league is a little bit different. They'd still be in second place without Lewandowski, which is kind of crazy, but he's still had a big part in that Bayern Munich team. But if you took his contributions out of the Champions League, they would have been in some serious trouble. So if Lewandowski leads Bayern Munich to the Champions League, I do think he deserves it. Otherwise, though, it's got to be Messi. Ronaldo is not in the equation this season. He's got 32 goals in 33 games. He's having a lot better of a season than a lot of people were kind of making it out to be. Juventus will be in 4th place without him. But Ronaldo is not in the competition. He might still make the FIFA Pro War 11. He might even finish 3rd in the Ballon d'Or. I kind of doubt it, but it is Messi's to lose. He's got 46 goal contributions in 35 games in a struggling Barcelona team. It's worth noting that while Bayern Munich sort of struggled at the beginning of the season, they are now well clear of any other team in the Bundesliga, and there's a lot more weak teams in that league than there is in La Liga, and Real Madrid is the dominant team at this point. They're 4 points clear now. It's kind of been hit or miss all season for Barcelona and kind of Madrid. But, the fact that Barcelona would finish in 11th place without them just shows how much Messi has been putting them on his back. And I could actually see Messi leaving at the end of his contract, simply because if you look at what he did, when Argentina lost like 3 finals in a row or whatever it was, and he retired very briefly, but he retired because he was tired. He was tired of losing. And he's been winning with Barcelona a lot, but he's been carrying Barcelona for probably, realistically, 2 or 3 years now. He's been, just putting the team on his back week in, week out. And because of that, I think it's a lot more likely now that Messi could actually leave Barcelona. Now, I don't necessarily think it's going to happen, but I could see it. And especially if just this really highlights just how important he is to that team. Imagine having to. He's got like 20 man of the match performances this season, which is pretty standard for Messi. But I think like the last 8 or 9 games, for certain, every single game since the La Liga has restarted, he's been man of the match. He's been the guy. So yeah, I could see him not retiring, but leaving Barcelona for that reason. But it's still 50-50. There's not really much more I want to go into this video, but these were just some interesting stats that I wanted to show you guys. Have a little discussion there. But let me know, who do you think should win the Ballon d'Or? Are you surprised that Messi is carrying Barcelona like this? Anything you guys got on your mind? If you want to see any other stats, if you want to see these stats for other players, just let me know. But anyways, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.